everybody, and thanks for tuning in to this very special episode of the MonkeyBoy Presents. And for those of you who are a member of Club Lion Force through MattyCollector.com, like I am, you have been getting the different members of Voltron, the different members of the Lion Force, like I have. And you have been assembling the Blazing Sword, which of course you can only get with each individual pilot of the Voltron Lion Force. And you've also been receiving the stand that the sword is supposed to fit in. However, the sword doesn't quite fit. It's bigger than the actual stand itself, and there have been a lot of problems, a lot of people complaining about, what do I do, how can I fix this? For those of you who watch other review shows, like big shout out here to Pixel Dan or Optibotimus, they have addressed this. Pixel Dan has addressed this specifically, asking what to do. His suggestion was to cut the little pegs on the inside of the stand, and I'll show you what I mean, because you of course got stands with the Blazing Sword, but if you got Black Lion, he comes with the regular sword, which comes with a brand new set of stands, which I also have here, which I have not assembled just because I don't have a need to, so I figure why waste them, but I can use them as an example here. So Pixel Dan is suggesting to cut the little pegs right here, these two little pegs that fit together just like that, to make the loop nice and tight so it'll hold the sword together, just like that. And then of course you fit them together and you plug them into this base here. But once it's together, it's together. There's no way that I know of to get this apart. I don't know of any way that Pixel Dan has mentioned to get this apart. My suggestion, though, is instead of doing that, I'll show you the ones that I have that came with my Blazing Sword. I have taken them, and of course they're assembled to the bases, but instead of removing these pegs down here at the base, you can see I've left them intact and together as they're supposed to be. I went ahead and took some really nice heavy-duty scissors, some Betty Crocker ones here for those of you. Thank you, Mom, for getting me these. These are some really heavy-duty kitchen shears that you can get at any local grocery store. And I have just taken them and snipped across the top like so. See that? It just goes, you fit them in between the loop, and then you just go snip, and they come right apart, and then you have that right there. See how that fits apart right there? Yeah. And then you can take the Blazing Sword. This works really well with the Blazing Sword. And you can just split it apart and slide it down the sword, and the little grooves still fit inside this middle section of the sword. And then you take the other one, which I've also split, you can see, and just fit it right on top, and boom, it's perfect. And it holds it right in place because the Blazing Sword is fat enough and there's still enough tension with those other ones that you haven't snipped to hold this in place. So it's easily removable, it's easily displayable, and you're not completely breaking it. Now, it is not as effective with the regular sword. Right here you can see the unblazed sword. You have the Blazing Sword and the unblazed sword. The Blazing Sword's a little bit thicker because of the blazing detail, but it still does work. It just rests all the way in the bottom of the stand. So it, I guess, doesn't look quite as good, but I mean, that's debatable, honestly. There you go, you can see. Standard sword with the modification I've made. So, I mean, you have a couple different solutions now. You have this solution, which is just cutting the very top of this ring part on the stand, or you have Pixel Dan's, which is to break those little teeth on the inside. Either way, it does work. Pixel Dan's way, of course, you just have to pull it apart and separate it. This way, you just slip it up and down through the top. But I thought I would post this and let you guys know. Voltron, MattyCollector.com. Excellent collection. If you guys missed out on it, I'm so terribly sorry because it really is so cool, and I consider myself lucky to be a part of it. And who knows, I might post my review here very shortly. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for checking it out. And for the rest of the Club Lion Force members out there, I hope this helps you out. Thank you very much for watching. As always, I'm your host, the MonkeyBoy. Check out my regular reviews on the DC Comic Book Superhero Collection by Eagle Moss, if you so choose. Otherwise, thanks again. I appreciate it, and I hope this helps you out.